everyone, it's Kay. Welcome to my build guide for the Pure Spectres Necromancer. This build uses Spectres to handle everything. It has good damage and fast clear speed, with good survivability and ease of play. The cost is medium to high depending on the mods on your gear. After the showcase, I will talk about the recommended Spectre and how to get it, how to get 5 Spectres, the passives Ascendancy and Pantheon, and gear including gems and links.
With your death is my binary end. I'm better. Feed it time. Feel the thrill of everlasting fire.
The living Tory must enjoy our contests, or it continues.
This video focuses on Syndicate Operatives, but you can find more recommended Spectres in the forum guide. The Syndicate Operative is the fastest map clearing Spectre because of its fast attack speed and piercing projectiles. It gets a special shotgun effect when linked to a multiple projectiles support gem. Unlike other Spectres, the extra projectiles can hit the same monster or boss, which greatly increases their damage. However, POB will show less DPS because it doesn't calculate the shotgun effect. Note that the shotgun effect can be less effective at short range and long range, so it's important to reposition them with Convocation. You can get a Syndicate Operative from a June mission or a Syndicate Safe House. Open a map with a June mission. Take off any gear that consumes corpses, such as Diadem or Bone Offering. Put Raised Spectre on your cast bar. Now clear the map until you get the Intervention Assassins.
With this new power,
Look carefully for Syndicate Operatives. They will appear from clouds of smoke. When you kill an operative, move your mouse over the corpse, hold the corpse target key, and raise the Spectre.
one day
The corpse will disappear after a few seconds, so you need to be quick. You can also find Syndicate Operatives in the Intervention and Research Safe House. And so you don't need to do this again, I recommend following my Spectre Bank guide, which I've linked at the top right. To get 5 Spectres, you need the following. Raise Spectre Gem with level 25 to get 3 Spectres. Use a level 21 gem and a combination of items to get level 25. the death achievement notable to get +1 to Spectre number. And the special Delve body armor that also gives +1 to Spectre number. Here's the passive tree for the build. Note that death achievement is anointed on amulet. And you must have the sovereignty notable to reduce mana reserve. There are 2 sets of cluster jaws. The large jaws are minion damage with 8 points and 3 notables. To save passive points, only allocate renewal and feasting fiends. There are 4 medium jaws with replenishing presence and vengeful commander. And in the small sockets, I recommend Fortress Covenant, Quickening Covenant, Surging Vitality, and Enduring Composure. When the 2 covenants are in cluster sockets, minions do not get the negative effects. In the 4 jewel sockets, use Ghastly Eye jewels to get minion taunt and blind as well as life and extra damage. To give your spectres more clear speed, you can socket Ironing Hunger near EE. For the ascendancies, Unnatural Strength will help you get 3 spectres from your raised spectre gem. The other ascendancies are Mindless Aggression, Commander of Darkness, and Mistress of Sacrifice, which gives you extra block chance from Bone Offering or cast speed from Flesh Offering. For the Pantheon, I usually use Lunaris and Shakari. Here is an overview of the gear including gems and links. There are 2 uniques needed for the build, and the rest are all rare items. Try to get the highest life mode, and then look for the following modes. For the helmet, use Devouring Diadem. The reduced reservation and sovereignty notable will allow you to use 2 auras and skitterbots. Feast of Flesh consumes corpses to give instant life and energy shield recovery. An Eldritch Battery will use energy shield instead of mana, which means you don't need to worry about running out of mana. The gems are Hatred, Vow Haste, Generosity, and Skitterbots. The body armor should have +1 to Spectre number. This mod cannot be crafted. It comes from the special Delve encounter that says contains minion or aura items. And you can use a Conqueror's Orb to add a special influence mode such as increase offering effect. The gems are Ray Spectre, Predator, Minion Damage, Elemental Damage, Vicious Projectiles, and Greater Multiple Projectiles. For the gloves, use Triad Grip with 4 green sockets for 100% code conversion. The gems are Dash, Phase Run, Second Wind, and Enhance. For the boots, the most important mod is Extra Spectre Gem level. You can craft this on Elder Influence boots with burned fossils. The gems are Carrion Golem, Feeding Frenzy, Elemental Army, and Empower. You can replace Empower with Animate Guardian if you like. For balance of damage and survivability, I recommend using Wand and Shield. For the wand, you want extra gem levels, damage, and an empty suffix to craft Trigger Socketed spell. The gems are Desecrate, Bone Offering, and Tempest Shield. You can swap Bone Offering to Flesh Offering for more DPS. For your shield, look for Warlord or Shaper influence to get Recover Life when you block. The gems are Unlinked Convocation for self-casting, and then have cast when damage taken linked to Immortal Call. If you prefer more DPS, change the gems in the trigger wand to Desecrate, Flesh Offering, and Spell Cascade. Then swap the shield for a second wand and keep the same gems. You will need a Hunter Influence Amulet with +1 to all int gems to increase the Raise Spectre gem level. The anointment is Death Attunement using clear, crimson, and silver oil. For the rings, you need one Ancient ring to socket Armor Brand. And one of your rings should have Frostbite Cast on it. For the belt, use a Stygian Vice to socket a Ghastly Eye Jewel for extra life and minion mods. Lastly, the flasks are Life with Staunching for bleed removal, Granite for extra armor, Quicksilver for speed boost, Quartz for phasing and dodge, and Jet for extra evasion. Before I finish the video, I'd like to give a big thank you to my patrons for your ongoing support. It means a lot to me. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this build guide. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, bye!